Hello guys, Fensmarken here, and welcome to the weekly Mythic Plus chest opening video. 5 characters, the usual 5: Hunter, Druid, Rogue, Monk, and Death Knight. Well, this is technically the second take because I had huge FPS problems. I'm hoping it's fixed by just restarting the game, but I'm not too sure. Otherwise we're gonna have to fucking deal with 30 frames per second. I don't know why it would be hard stuck there. I suppose I should go look at the settings, see if they've changed something for some reason. I don't know why. It was fine yesterday. I had 0 problems. We were raiding yesterday. And then today I open it up and it's just a piece of shit. Oh, 13, 11, 19, 31. I mean, what is going on? What have they done to this place? What is happening? Wait, so it's in there? Look, it's fine out here. Here we're at 50. It's not fine, but it's better. We're at like 59 here. But then I go inside. Are we fine? What the fuck? Okay, we're fine. Collect my thoughts. What do we want? A belt. Crit Mastery belt would be nice. Crit Mastery hands with the socket they have to have though. I think I need more mastery, basically. What the fuck's happening outside? Are they emptying the trash cans or something? Alright, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Boom. Gale Caller's Boom. That's a lot of haste though. Holy shit. That might be good, actually. It's gonna line up with Bestial Wrath pretty well. Does kind of keep me stationary though. I'm gonna have to sim that. Interesting. It might be better. Especially now with all the crit I have, so it might be better than this. That is a lot of crit though. That is 155 crit. But this is more than 100 haste more than that. So this one is... But this is permanent. This is every minute. Alright. Let's move on to the Druid. I would do more characters if it wasn't for the fact that Azurite is so hard to come by. Essences is kind of a chore, but you only need... what? You only need 4 basically. Because I'm not trying to optimize, I'm just doing a weekly Mythic Plus, right, for the chest. But I don't want to... See, here's the thing. In Legion, it didn't matter if I was a bit suboptimal, because I was playing with people that were insanely optimized. And in Legion, it was pretty easy to get your character to a point where you were sufficient. Is a good word. Sufficient for a plus 15 or whatever it was. Now I looked like shit because I was playing with absolute pumpers, but in reality it would have done fine on its own, except like 2 of the characters I think. Whereas in BfA, in order to actually be efficient, you have to get Azurite at a high eye level, and that, like, heroic raid would probably be sufficient. I don't know if anybody does heroic at the moment. But in order to do heroic, you have to have Azurite as well. So in order to do heroic, you have to do normal. And in order to do normal, you have to have Azurite from like world quests or whatever. And at that point, you could get, I think, the same eye level from normal world quests as you do from normal raid. It's like, the problem with getting into heroic pogs, for instance, is they require you to have above what you can get from heroic. And Azerite, you can't get other than doing the Mythic Plus key every week and gamble a piece down there for every, what? Is it two? It takes 2 or 3 weeks, yeah? To get a piece of gambling. And there's no way to speed it up. Like, the only way to get Azerite is to gamble down there, which requires you to do what I'm not currently able to help with. Basically, like, if we put 5 of my characters other than the 5 I do every week in a group, a 15 will not be timed, I think. Maybe the Paladin. But for the most part, it won't. If you put 5 of the characters I do every week, it will be timed. And basically, I want to be at a stage where I'm helpful before I start doing it. And that's just impossible in BfA without getting somebody to carry you or spending a lot of time that I'm honestly not interested in doing in BfA, at least, because it's not that great. What do we want? We want a weapon. It's a bit frustrating, also really left behind, simply due to 3 armor pieces that is so restricted. Aren't those the ones I'm wearing? Well, that's just a straight upgrade then. Nice. It's pretty good. Can we gamble? I think we can. We can. What are we gambling on then? On my way and Blood Siphon. I feel like Blood Siphon is the valuable one. So I think we're gambling for a chest. Unless it's... I might do mod, but mod is ahead, right? And it's useless. Yeah? Jungle Fury. I suppose it isn't useless anymore in the pre-patch because it has Heart of Darkness and Jungle Fury. I don't know if Jungle Fury is the way to go. But I'm not gonna do Vexiona and I'm not gonna do... which is the other one? Oh, Reflective. Oh, so it is just flat out. I could do Heroic the last bosses, but I probably don't care enough. We're gambling at a chest. I don't even want to check for the odds. We're doing it. Where is the chest? See, here it is. Like, 4,750. And today, why does it not show me how much I got in the... That's funny. I'll check, but I get like 2k-ish, I think. Just a helmet. Chest piece. Show me one with Jungle Fury and Wild Flesh Rending. Boom! Type 2 Bomber Jacket. That's the one from Mechagon, right? Yeah. Ooh! It did have it. Nice! Now the question is whether Jungle Fury is better than Clockwork Heart. How much is that? All of them. 60 of all of them. And this is 106 crit. But that's permanent in dungeons. Interesting. I think I'm gonna go with this. But I will check. Ah, God Ripper is no. I mean, God Ripper is good, but I'd rather have stats. This is insane. What do you do? So I get speed, basically. Nah, fuck it. We're taking Vampiric. Wait, it only heals me for 641 now? Whenever... that seems garbage. How much HP do I have? 19k. So let's just say 20k, right? So... percentages. I have 20,000 HP. And this heals me for 600 of it. Is that a 3% heal? Everything something dies. Is that good? Seems a little bit underwhelming. And I only have the one. Whatever, I'm not going to use the other one. Whatever. But we did get another wild flesh rending. That's pretty good. That's pretty big. That's pretty progress. But here's the issue. Exactly. Like, I need to get these pieces, and to do them, I need to do like, it's either you do the Mythic Plus that you are actually strong enough to do, because it doesn't matter how much gear you get if your Azurite isn't up to par and your essences aren't up to par. Like, a character with full essences and mythic gear, mythic eye level Azurite, I am almost willing to bet, or I am willing to bet, that you could put 3 mythic eye level Azurite pieces with biz traits and full essences onto a character. The rest is blue. The rest of the gear is blue, and it is going to out DPS a character in full purple without full essences and with low level Azurite. Like, it's insane. On my DK right now, the Azurite, one Azurite trait alone is doing like 25% of my damage. With Vision of Perfection, I should mention. Like, Vision of Perfection in combination with my Azurite trait and my fucking... Obviously, there's spells as well that interact with... It's Makers of the Dead, right? So I summon it myself as well, and it procs. But it does, like, at least 25% of my damage.
Something has spooked one of the
It's insane.
sending it into
If you take the Vision as well into account, then the mage alone does like 20-25% of my damage. But if you take Vision of Perfection as well, it also summons fucking ghouls. And I don't know how much of that damage is from Vision, how much is from my regular summons. It also reduces the cooldown on my ability that summons the things. So that's also a significant amount of damage. Just basically from an Azurite trait and an essence. It's like at least 30% of my damage. With those two together. At least. On top of that, I have Heart of Darkness as well. That's a pretty sum. And then there's the fucking 3 minor essences I'm running as well. Okay, let's see. What do we want? Harlan's 130. Maybe a better gloves. I don't know if there are better gloves though. Crit. Oh, I mean crit verse at 130 would be good. I suppose. I mean, that might be better. I'm not swapping out Diver's Folly. I'm just not. It's fun. It might not be best, but it's fun. That was a bit of a swing and a miss. Can I gamble? Is there a need to gamble? I can gamble, but there's no point. That's why I'm not doing it, right? And I don't really want to go for subtlety. I have no interest in that. Because I don't think I have the S right. I haven't checked. I haven't checked. I have weapons, right? Yeah, I see 2 130 weapons. That means I can sell these 2, right? Because this is a dagger and this is a dagger. So I don't need these 2 anymore. Why am I keeping these? They're just taking up fucking space. Unnecessary.
I've seen things that would scare
Shellless.
you shellless.
Yeah, out with these. Boom. Nice. Okay.
Come back with some
I
better
suppose I could
story.
check up on subtlety, but I don't really want to play it, to be honest. Nah. Nah. I played Assassination. I gathered all the... I gathered a shit ton of echoes, and I bought all the expedients, and I put it on. I had a decent set, but no socket, so I was like lacking a shit ton of haste. But still, I figured I want to try it, and I had, what, 2 Shrouded Suffocation trades, so again, not optimal. And the damage I did was mediocre at best, and the playstyle was absolute AIDS. So I just went back to Outlaw instantly. I spent more time thinking about the setup and actually like putting it together and obtaining the pieces, enchanting, fucking corrupting and all of that than I did playing it before I was tired of it. It was so bad. I don't know how people have been able to fucking manage that for an entire tier. Holy shit.
Is the last thing the city needs. Help the merchants by rescuing the cargo
It is a bit too bad
before
that
it gets stopped.
BfA is so unfriendly. Like, without Azerite, you're just not viable. It's just that simple. And with low level Azerite, you might as well not have it, basically. What do we want here? I would like a high level trinket that I'll actually use, but I don't know what that would be. Ow! I think I'd swap. I think I'd swap the coral out for a Harlan's actually. I got coral is probably the best trinket and I have it at 110 eye level. But it's at this point I CBA using it. I'll be honest. Like it's just a chore. Keep fucking activating it, I don't know. I'm not trying to optimize that badly. I just want to fucking play the clock of the spec. I don't want to juggle the trinket. And I'll have it in my bag if I ever happen to go fucking single target. I don't even know if it's best anymore. I haven't checked. But yeah. Harlan's with a socket would be nice. I'll take that. That I'll take. Belt, that is not going to be better. Wait. So it just has one more stat on it. Like, how do you fuck this up, Blizz? What keys did I get? I did get a Workshop 15 and an Underrod 15. Those are decent enough. What's this? Affixes? Oh. I don't tank at the moment, so it's fine. Like, look at this. Why does this have 20 crit and 17 mastery? When this has 19 crit and 17 verse. Like, this is lacking a stat. It has one stat point too little. Like, why don't gear have, at this eye level, have 39 stats or 40 or whatever number you want? Why is it somewhere between 36 and 40? Because there are some that has even more. Like I looked through rings, for instance, there's an even bigger disparity sometimes. There's up to like 5, I think. Like what the fuck is happening? And it's so random. Like clearly they just made the squish like divide by this number and then round up or round down, depends on what's closest. But why weren't the stats equal to begin with? And then, if it is the case, it might be the case that both of these stats, they had a value close to each other, but both of them just needed to be rounded down. So in total, it lost a stat. Why don't you just fucking distribute that extra stat then? Like, surely you can make it so that if it has to round down 2 times, then it'll just add 1 stat into one of them. And if it has to round up 2 times, it'll take a stat away.
Something has spooked one of the Brutusos,
But I
sending
might
it
be
into a
wrong.
Panic. Oh, this chaos is
Maybe
the
I'm
last
wrong.
thing the city needs. Help the merchants by rescuing the cargo before
But it's
it is
insane.
undone.
Like, it has to be, like, if both is round down, then the item loses a stat, right? If both are rounded up, it gains a stat. So there's like a disparity between, like, there's 3 different outcomes, right? Let's say it can either have 30, 31, or 32 stat points. If 31 is where it's like 1 rounds up, 1 rounds down, right? What do we want? A mastery heavy build with a socket, please. That's what I want. Where is it? Where are my bracelets? Here. So you're competing with these. Look again! 11-17, 11-18. What the fuck? So these are just literally worse. Do they have more strength? No, that's the same. Strength and stamina is at least they didn't cock that up, right? Okay. Porales. Is it tyrannical? Yeah, I'm not doing Borales with pugs on tyrannical. I'm just not. I value my time a little bit more than that. Ah, but at least what? We have what? 20 more days? Then it's Shadowlands time, right? So we'll be entering that shit show.
You have the heir of the throne.
There's a lot of things wrong with Shadowlands in my opinion, and they are going to absolutely suck ass, I think. But at least it'll be more alt friendly, so I can at least just play my main, whatever I have to, play it in raids, and just get it over with. Get the renown grind. The Stygia grind is a daily grind though. That requires you to play every fucking day, or you fall behind. I don't like that because, like, it's a daily reset of the Eye of the Jailer, right? And the Eye of the Jailer is the only thing that stops you from just farming Stygia. But that also means that if I don't play Tuesday is a bad day because Wednesday's reset. If I don't play Thursday, then I cannot catch up on my Stygia grind on, what's it called, on Friday, say, or even Saturday. And you might argue that's the same now with daily quests in the Assault Zones, but those are really fucking minor, right? you get like 350 per daily quest. So if you skip a day, you lose 1,000 currency, and you get 10,000 from one of the big assaults. And so if you miss a day, you lose out of a tenth. You lose out of a tenth of a key that will give you, like, what? How much do you get from doing it? So a socket is 25k, right? And you get like 5-ish, 6-ish k per vision. So that would be 20% ish. Does it only no, it doesn't only take 5 fucking visions. It doesn't only take 5 visions. You get less than 5k, yeah, because it takes like 7 visions. You get 4k, right? If you're good. Or something. It takes like 7 visions to get a socket, right? So you lose out on a tenth of a key ish that would have netted you what, like 15% of a socket. So 1/10 of something that would have gained you 15% of a socket if you miss a day. So you have to miss 10 days to lose out on 15% of a socket. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Like you actually have to miss out, what, 70 dailies? 70 days to lose a socket, right? If we say it takes 10 days to gain 1 key, and it takes 7 days, or no, 7. It takes 7 keys to get 1 socket. That means you need to do 70 days worth of dailies to get 1 socket's worth of keys. That's fine. However, in the fucking maw, it's directly 1 day equals whatever amount towards a Stygia. Like an essence. And there's also meta progression that will make it easier in there. So let's, if it is the same as visions, that means you can get a socket a week, right? Because it'll take you 7 days. It takes 7 visions to get a socket. If it takes 7 days of Stygia farming to get a socket, that will be the same as visions, right? So if you lose 1 day, you're just a full day behind that you can't catch up. I don't like that. I think it should be a weekly or a 2 times a week or something, like it is now. With the visions, like one of the two. Like the Eye of the Jailer should either you need to fucking implement a cap of Stygia that you can farm every week that only takes 2-3 days of play, which sucks, kinda. Or it needs to be not a daily reset, because like I don't wanna have to go to the mall daily, man, in order to fucking get sockets. Like, fuck off. And you have to do that for the entirety of the expansion. And are they gonna fucking reset Stygia at any point? Or are they just gonna fucking scale up the vendor so we can't bank fucking sockets? Or are they gonna add a cap to the currency, right? Because let's say I am at this state right now. I have been at this state for a while, so I haven't needed the sockets. So I could, wait, do I have? Yeah, look, I have fucking 22k of the fucking vision whatever thing. And I haven't been doing assaults for weeks now. Like, my rogue has 500k. My monk has 449k. My rogue has 612k, right? So if I could bank Stygia like that, like the first tier, you could essentially have farmed up enough sockets to instantly socket everything tier 2. Now, they're not going to let you do that. For sure. They're going to do something. Either they're going to do the Azerite thing, where they just fucking double it up to ridiculous numbers, which they might have learned from, so they're just going to fucking take away all your Stygia. Or they're gonna, but if they take away all your fucking Stygia, then what about the other items that Venari sells for Stygia as well? And you're just going to be cocked. They've created a really shitty system when you think about it. I just thought of this now. I haven't seen anybody talk about it, actually. Like, Stygia is supposed to last, right? Throughout the entire expansion, supposedly. Because the Maw is the big bad evil zone. It's supposed to be the dangerous place. It's the end zone, right? Like, surely the end boss of the fucking expansion is going to be the jailer, yeah? We're gonna have a Night Fae raid. We're gonna start with a fucking Venthia raid. Then we're gonna move to it wasn't a Night Fae raid afterwards. And then we're gonna do a Mildraxxus, we're gonna do a Kyrian raid. And then we're gonna go to the fucking Maw. There's going to be a jailer raid, right? We're gonna raid every single Covenant zone. First Castle Nathria, then whatever is in Night Fae, then whatever is in Kyrian, then whatever is in fucking Mildraxxus. So whatever order it is. I don't know what order it is, I don't care. But surely that's happening. And then at the end we go to the fucking Maw, right? There's going to be 5 tiers. Is there 5 tiers in BfA? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's 4 tiers and a little one. But how many were there in Legion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the same. So there's 5 raid tiers per expansion. Is that something you can count on? Except for because that was maybe quite short. Yeah, there's 5 raid tiers every expansion. So there's 4 big ones and a small one. Yeah, that's the way they do it. So Castle Nathria, whatever comes after, I think it's Night Fae, but I could be wrong. Whatever comes here, Mildraxxus or Kyrian. Whatever is left of Mildraxxus and Kyrian. And then the Maw, the jailer raid. Whatever his towers, like Torghast is the Tower of the Dead, right? So I suppose it's not the tower. It could be the tower still. So surely the Maw, here's my point, the Maw remains, yeah? Because we're not gonna get to the Maw until the 5th raid. Because we have to go through all the covenants. I think they've said this already. I think it's already been data mined at least that the next raid is in fucking, I think it's Night Fae. Or what, Ardenweald or whatever it's called. So how are they gonna do the Stygia? It's the same currency. Like they learned from Azerite that it was a stupid idea to let players bank it. Because people would hoard insane amounts so that they could instantly buy next tier. Right? They didn't want that. So they times the fucking... What was it? The first time, they timed it by 10. And the next time, they timed it by like 30. So it ended up being fucking ridiculous numbers. So everything you could have hoarded basically was down to... Well, you had a week's advantage. Right? Or something like that. And then, did it start? Was it for Nyalotha? They reset it, or was it the time before? I can't remember. But they figured out, okay, these numbers are getting a bit silly, so we're just gonna steal away all your currency and give you a bit of silver for it, and you're gonna start fresh, and the numbers are gonna be intuitive. Like they're gonna be easier to understand. Like 4,750 is. Because it was 47,000 at one point, and then it was a 200k as well, I think. I might be wrong. I can't remember exactly. But they scaled it up, and then they figured out that was stupid. What are they going to do with the Stygia? Because Stygia has other uses than just sockets. So... Maybe... Are they... surely they're not gonna fucking revamp them all every tier like they do with eye level. Or maybe they are. But can't Stygia be used to fucking... Like, Stygia is used for sockets. That's the big thing. It's used for meta progression in the mall, right? Or in the Torghast. Right? And it's used for, like, avoiding stuff for Eye of the Jailer so you can stay there for longer. So kind of like the vision currency is also used for the research at the beginning, so you can stay in the visions for longer. There's the same system in place for them all. But if you start that out at the beginning of the expansion... Oh, you can also use it to upgrade your conduits, can't you? Like the random conduit of your lowest level, right? That gets upgraded. That's Stygia as well. So it would feel really shitty if they just randomly upped the ante on how much they cost from time to time. And even if they do that, then we're going to have the same problem by the end of... Because I think it starts out... Some of the things right now cost like 2k. So let's say they time that by 10. So now it's 25k in the tier 2. Then by fucking tier 3, they'll time it by 30 again. Now it's fucking... What is it? Was it 20k I said? And then you time it by 30. So now it's 600k. And that's tier 3. There's 2 more tiers. So they're going to have to reset again. Or they're going to reset from the start and it's going to feel like shit. I don't think they thought this through. I don't think they did. Or they're fine with letting us bank up. Or maybe there's just a cap on how much you can hold and it's going to feel like absolute garbage as well. That might just be a cap to how much you can have. That might be what they're doing. I'm surprised nobody's addressed this. Because for sure the maw is going to persist through all the fucking 5 tiers. For sure. Like, where are we going to go in the Shadowlands if we kill the jailer early? What's going to happen? You're going to fucking spring in the N'Zoth in there now because he didn't probably die or something? You're going to do N'Zoth 2.0, the expansion after? You can't just magically pull out an old god out in the Shadowlands, can you? In case of emergency, break old god glass. You can't do that in the Shadowlands, right? Like, there's no fucking way. We start at Castle Nathria, and the next is Ardenweald, and we just leave Kyrian and Maldraxxus alone, and go straight for the jailer, and then what do we do then? Like, where do we go then? What? Because Stygia is basically Titan Residuum in the sense that you need to reset it every tier, because otherwise players can bank it and use it to gain power instantly. Because if you can bank Stygia, you can get sockets. So once you have all your gear socketed out, then you can just start farming it up and start saving it up, and you can go into the fucking next tier with enough fucking Stygia to just socket everything instantly. That's going to be an insane power spike. So, like Azerite, so you can't just buy the best Azerite as soon as the tier launches. They need to do something. Because coalescing or corrupted mementos have only existed for 1 tier, so there's been no need for it. You've only been able to buy a socket for 1 tier. You can't bank it. You could never bank it ahead of the tier. And if they multiply the fucking cost of things, it's gonna feel bad for everything that isn't a socket, because now all of a sudden, oh, why all of the thing I was saving up for my fucking upgrades? I was waiting until I had upgraded my other things so I could target this PvP thing because I don't do it. And now you're telling me that the fucking 10 weeks of grinding Stygia I did in order to upgrade this while I was working on my other fucking conduits, now that's just being useless. Now my 10 weeks of grinding is worth 1 week. I could have gotten 10 conduit upgrades. Now I can get 1. That's gonna feel like shit. Or if they take it away, it's just like, now I can't get anything. And if you do the 10 weeks becomes 1, then you're going to end up with insane numbers by tier 5. I suppose they're not going to do it 5 times because the middle tier doesn't get the reset. So it's only going to be 4 times, right? So... I hope you enjoyed it, even if I rambled on a lot at the end. I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.